So one question that has come to mind recently is how long will Pokemon Journeys actually last? And this question came to mind for several reasons that leave me questioning if this season or series will be longer or shorter than usual. And the reason I'm having this discussion is because I think that this series may last at least 2 generations. But before that, I want to talk about why I think this series could also be shorter. And one reason I think this series could also be shorter is a minor one, but it's because the anime went on break for about 6 weeks in 2020, which means we lost about 6 episodes, and they definitely aren't going to extend the timeline for the anime of this generation. So they'll probably just end up cutting those episodes so that the anime starts on the same week as the new games of the next generation. And I don't think this will cause too much of a change to the overall story of Pokemon Journeys, but I do think it has had a slight effect on the series since after that break Ash has started to have more off-screen battles, and Goh just keeps catching Pokemon at a faster rate. He literally caught a legendary and we're not even halfway through the series, so if that doesn't tell you how fast the series is going, I don't know what else will. Probably talk more about Goh and Ash's inconsistencies and problems with Pokemon Journeys in another video, but for now let's move on to why I think this series might actually be longer than usual. And the first major reason why I think Pokemon Journeys will be longer than usual is actually the title of the series, because unlike the global title of the series, Pokemon Journeys, which is what it's called over here in the West, in Japan it's just called Pokemon with no extra name attached to it to indicate its generation, like Sun and Moon, Black and White, X and Y, etc. The show is literally just called Pokemon like the original series, and this could be because the Pokemon company doesn't want to keep rebranding the series towards a single generation, since Ash is now traveling to every region now. And when you look at Pokemon Journeys in general, Ash has only been to Galar 12 times, and most of those episodes have come in parts, and we've already completed the Darkest Day arc in the anime, so Galar isn't the main focus of the anime, and I think we won't have a region focused anime for a while now. I think they'll probably keep this model of doing the main story arc of a generation in a singular arc in the anime, just like what they did with the Darkest Day. But like I was saying earlier, I think the biggest reason for them keeping just the name Pokemon could be because they plan on extending this current series of Pokemon, the anime, on to the next generation like they did with the original series, which was 276 episodes long and covered everything from Kanto to Johto. And that was the longest series so far when you compare it to the others like Sun and Moon, that was only around 146 episodes. The X and Y anime was 140 and Black and White was 144. So if they were to extend this current series onto the next generation, we could see around the same number of episodes that were in the original series, which would be crazy to think about. And with the series not being named Sword and Shield, following the trend that has been set since Gen 3, and just going back to Pokemon, this could mean we have a longer series in store. And I think the Pokemon anime staff plans to keep this model of the anime by making it ongoing for at least 2 generations. The only reason to go back to the other naming scheme for the anime would be if Ash continues to battle in gyms, or if something like trials happen again, but I don't think we'll be seeing that anytime soon, since it would be unnecessary since we've already seen Ash collect plenty of gym badges and do trials and beat the Pokemon League and become champion in Sun and Moon. Now, if this current series was to extend to 2 generations, it would answer some questions and give us some questions about the current series, like, would Ash continue to be a research fellow in the Gen 9 anime too? Since I'm not sure what his goal will be, I guess it depends on if he wins the World Championships or not. Because if he does, theoretically, if he does become World Champion, I don't think there's anything higher that he can become. And there's nothing in universe that we know of that he could possibly strive for, so it'll be interesting to see what'll happen if Ash does win the World Championships. And I say this because I don't think Ash will ever compete in gym battles again, which makes sense if he becomes World Champion, and even if he doesn't become World Champion, he's already the champion of Alola, so there'd really be no point in him challenging another Pokemon League and going through all of that again, unless he wants to become a multi-region champion. Now let's look at the other 2 factors when it comes to this series lasting 2 generations. It would explain why Koharu's development is so slow if they think they have 2 generations to develop her. This also explains why Goh has the seemingly ridiculous and impossible task of catching every Pokemon, but if he has 2 generations to do so, I think he'll definitely have enough time to learn and catch at least every non-legendary Pokemon, since all he has to do is throw a Pokeball at them anyway. With that being said, it'll be interesting to see how long this generation actually lasts. Will it last the normal 140 episodes, which is probably how long this series will be if we stick to just one generation? Or if we just go 2 generations and stick with this same formula? That would be interesting because it would mean we'd be stuck with Go and Koharu until further notice. That aside, let me know what you think about the Pokemon series being slightly shorter or maybe extremely longer in the future. Let me know if you think it's possible and if they do it. With all that being said, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe and let me know your thoughts on it. Thanks for watching and bye.